Pipe shortbread cookies. The base mixture is ready. I have the butter, shortening, icing sugar, egg white. It's all whipped up to a nice soft texture. Now all we have to do is fold in the flour, which is a mixture of pastry and bread flour. And gentle folding so we don't overmix. If you overmix this recipe, it's going to be a lot tougher to pipe. We use a medium-sized star tip. I'll show 4 different shapes. The rosettes, shells, circles, and straight lines. I'm just mixing off to get the flour incorporated. Doesn't have to be a smooth texture, again because it's going to be worked again when we pipe. Don't put too much into the piping bag because this tends to get solid very quickly. Again, I have the weight stones on the paper so they don't lift up when I do the piping. I'm going to start off with the rosettes, and the trick is to get even sized cookies to make it easier to bake them. The next one, I'm going to do each one individually slower after. So the next one is the shell. Then the circle, which is piped, the piping bag holding it straight up. Each cookie type should have about the same amount of paste, again to make it easier to bake. And the last one, just a straight line. Similar to the eclair, go right on the tray and slide along the tray. Stop it and snap it off to keep the same thickness. Okay, so these are the 4 different shapes. I'm going to fill up the piping bag again, and then I'll do each of them a bit slower. The rosette starts with the base and then a very tight circle on top. The shell starts in the middle, lift, come back to the front. This is the trickiest one. The circle, straight up. And the straight line, stop, pull, and push it back a bit. Okay, so these are basic designs. The rosette and the shell, it comes in any cake decorating course again. These are the shapes we use on cakes for border designs and so on. And when we finish them, we're going to put some chocolate lines on those cookies, dip them in chocolate, and to get some color, we're going to put some half maraschino cherries on the rosettes, push them against the end where we piped, so they keep the shape. and they are baked at about 375 just until they get some color. Okay, so they are ready to go into the oven. Okay, we're gonna finish the cookies. They're all baked now. So what I was looking for is just a little bit color on the top, a little bit color on the side, but they're still nice and white in the center. So I'm gonna put some chocolate lines on those sticks here, and then I'm gonna dip the shells in chocolate. So again, cut the paper cone. And now we're going to put some chocolate lines, even chocolate lines across. Then we turn it around and do the opposite way. For the shells, I'm going to take the chocolate bowl. I'm going to show you how to dip the chocolate, the cookies in the chocolate. Okay, so we got the melted chocolate here. Make sure it's stirred up. Take the cookie and we're just going to put the tip inside. And we just want chocolate on the top. We don't really need a lot on the bottom, so we scrape it off a few times. Dip it a few times in the chocolate, which pulls excess chocolate away. Of course, these cookies, they can be filled as well. If you can sandwich two together with some chocolate fudge or raspberry jam, then have them dipped like this. I'm just going to keep them plain. This recipe can be changed into a chocolate version as well by removing some of the flour, 25% of the flour, replace it with cocoa powder, and we can have a chocolate version of this product. Now we'll put the tray in the fridge. It takes about 5 minutes to set the chocolate, and then we can present them on a plate.